Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up an API call with which you can create an item, which means that you will be able to create a new row in our reading list project. How are we going to do it? I have set up a form here in this bubble project, and here what we will gonna do is we will going to set up two API calls. One is going to be the API call with which I am going to create a book, and then another one with which I will be able to add an author to this book. So for that, I'm going to go to my APIs, and for the creation, I will gonna take this little create tick box, and I'm gonna just simply copy this URL. In my API section, I already created this API endpoint. As you can see, it looks the same like what I copied. And then this JSON object is basically this one, which I'm also going to copy and paste into my bubble. As you can see, is all the same data that I already have. If I reinitialize it, I'm getting back an ID of a book, which means that I can then access this ID, this item. If I save this, and then basically what I did, I go to this create button and I go to my workflows, and this first I'm gonna recreate it. I go to my plugins, and here, since in my API endpoint I use this as an action, which means that I'm doing something. I'm not just getting, but I'm doing something, and it's a post request. By doing that, I am able to access in my workflows this workflow. So I can go to my plugins, create a book, and here I'm just basically filling out all the data. As you can see, it's the same setup as here. I'm gonna delete it. And so then for the update, I'm going to go back to my table. I'm going to enter the create feature, but I need to switch this object from books to authors of books. And then I get this new URL and also this JSON object. I need to place both into my bubble editor. So I'm setting up a new API call that is going to be a post call. It's an action. Copy this. It's going to be the URL, and then I'm going to copy the JSON object and I'm going to paste it inside. And now what I need to do, I need to untick these private fields, and I need to add some value. So Bubble can basically call this for initializing the call. And as you can see, it gives me back an ID, which means that it can read the object. Now if I hit save and I go to my workflow tab, I can to this book that I've created in my first step, I can now add another step where I'm going to go to my plugins, and okay, I forgot to give it a name, but it's basically this API call.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna call it authors update, and I'm going to initialize it. Okay, hit save.
And now if I go to my workflows, I can now authors update API call is there, and I can remove these hard-coded values. So the book's ID is going to be the result of step 1, because that's what we created. The body is going to be the same, result of step 1's ID. And this author's ID is going to be the ID of an author that I pick from this drop down, choose author. So it's going to be drop down, choose author's value. Oh, ID, because we're looking for an ID. And that's it. After that, I'm just resetting the relevant inputs, and then I'm setting some states. This is just so I can see in real time how the repeating group is going to be refreshed. So now we can basically test it out. I can add a custom title and lorem ipsum description. I can add some image and choose an author and create it. And as you can see, my new item is created.